the chocolates.
What the frick is that?
We got the chocolates.
Don't they do dad jokes?
We got the chocolates.
Wait, there's a podcast?
Yes.
Really?
Scouts, welcome to a little Ashes themed surprise in the podcast feed. We recorded our normal episode last night, but something happened that was way too good to leave buried at the end of a Thursday pod.
Yep, absolutely. On day one of the Ashes, we shared that photo of Gode, which I'm sure everyone has now seen, and plenty of people accused us of faking it, but it was real, actually, and I'm not really sure how we've never told that story on the podcast.
No, but we ensured that this week we definitely did tell that story, and Gode told it, and we've never actually even heard it in full. So that he told the story, I guess, about the time that he absolutely did field for Australia in a test match.
Yep, so we've ripped it out of the normal weekly podcast and we're posting it here as its own standalone little bonus piece of content while the Ashes are red hot. So we hope you enjoy.
So, yeah, well, Gode, you obviously played second 11 in that game with me. But slightly below that is the Australian cricket team.
Slightly less fun experience. Actually, no, to be fair, this was so much fun.
Yeah, well, we posted last week. You said you messaged our group chat and said, "Boy, should we post something about the Ashes starting?" And we're like, "Oh, probably should," but obviously we'd left it late again.
That's weird.
Yeah, so we're like, haven't got much. And then you sent through this screenshot, which I genuinely had forgotten about because we always talk about your one-day debut for Queensland, but we never talk about this experience and the fact that you actually fielded for Australia, the Australia. And we posted the photo of you fielding for Australia in like a fake baggy green, I guess.
I think that they used to give them to like the Australia A guys.
Okay.
Is my understanding.
Yeah. And everyone was commenting like, wait, is this real or is this AI?
So there was an AI.
Well, it's got about 4 pixels in the photo, so it's definitely not AI. But yeah, we've never talked about that on the podcast, but you did that.
I did that.
What year was this?
This was in 2014 late, so just before Christmas 2014. So what happens is pre-COVID, like now that all the squads are a lot bigger and stuff like that, this doesn't happen a whole heap, but the state would supply basically 2 subfielders or 2 drink carriers to each test. So Brisbane test. So the Queensland guys would supply 2 drink runners. So it was me and Marnus actually for this particular. And I think the footage is going around. Marnus took that diving one-handed.
Yeah, same game?
Same game. I was at point. Yeah.
When he took that catch?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So what happened was
How were there so many players off the field?
this is exactly what I'm getting to. So it was 48 degrees in Brisbane as it gets to. First session, Australia bowling. Mitch Marsh pings a string just before lunch, day one. So they're okay. Peter Siddle was the 12th man in that game. But that afternoon, he had to fly out to go play a Big Bash game. And so, I was on the field and then, all the bowlers were, fucked. It was Josh Hazelwood's test debut, actually. Yeah. All the bowlers were cooked because it was 704 degrees. So Marnus was on the field. So essentially they had 9 Australian cricketers, a young Marnus. Marnus would have been 20, 21 maybe, and me.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I sadly remember Marnus in that game. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, no, you're right, mate.
Did you do anything?
I got a couple of I was at point to MS Dhoni, and
that's insane.
Mitchell Johnson was bowling 148k an hour, and I'm at point, and Mitch was fast, but a bit rare. I'm like, if MS Dhoni cuts one at me here, I'm in so much trouble.
And didn't you were
Why
telling
would
me?
they put you at point and not hide you at far leg or something?
Well, another issue which happened is that Chris Rogers, why Marnus was at bat pad, because that's quite a random spot to put a 20-year-old subfielder. Late day one, Chris Rogers was at bat pad, and he got swept in the head, so he was sort of concussed. This is before concussion subs. So he's no, I'm not fielding bat pad. So essentially the rule was if they needed a bat pad, Marnus would go on. Any other fielder, I would go on. But most of the time we were just both on. Generally Australia would have fielded 130 overs at test match. I reckon I would have fielded between 70 and 90 overs.
Wow.
It was fucking wild.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
You've basically played for Australia.
Yeah. It was just so different to anything, how much not how much they're obviously way better than us, but just they get so much shit, man. So much gear. And these Gatorades that we haven't even seen before in this country, and there's fucking fridges full of them, and me and Marnus were literally just
what do you mean Gatorades we haven't seen in this
secret
country?
flavours?
yeah,
Gatorades.
flavors that we hadn't seen yet in Australia.
Really?
You know, those glacial freeze Gatorades, the really light blue ones.
Yeah.
That they came out here in 5 years. Yeah, we got them in 2014. It was wild. Marnus stole like
That's
essentially.
the highlight. Yeah,
No.
you fielded for Australia for 90 overs, and you're like, man, those Gatorades
The
2 or
high-
3 years early.
The
Fuck.
highlight was winning the test.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we sung the team song, which is awesome.
Do
And
you
it was
know the words?
Yeah, it's pretty
That
straightforward.
is so cool.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
And it was late on a Saturday night, which we won it, which was day 4, and Australia were behind, and like we bowled India out cheaply second innings. We got it 5 down, and then we sung the team song, and then I love my horse racing, and I got a tip from a mate of mine.
Oh, this would be good.
Yeah, I got a tip from a mate of mine, and the races were on the screen in the change room, and I was sitting next to David Warner. And we're just chatting horse racing. And I said, oh, mate, I got this tip.
Why would you do that? It's the riskiest thing you could do.
Anyway.
Somehow I've heard this story,
Yeah.
but not really the whole like
Lead
before
up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made it sound like you were just sitting next to David
Yeah,
Warner one day.
at the fucking Criterion Hotel. No, and then I've told him, and then anyway, this was like probably would have been, so it was Perth racing. This would have been like 7 o'clock at night. Kathleen rang me. I said, love, I'm going to be a while. Like, and she's like, yeah, that's fine. I had 6 beers by then already. I was blind. Anyway, I was on the phone. I was about to say goodbye, and then David Water runs out and say, oh, he goes, the horse is running. So I'm like, all right, love, got to go. Bye. Hung up on her.
Did you
And
say you better go catch it? Come on.
Come on. Nice. Went back, sat down, and we all watched the race. And this thing flashed home, got 4th, got beaten by that much. I'm like, oh, I didn't think too much, but I had $5 each one, all right. And then anyway, after that race, turned the TV off. Darren Lehman, the team coach, is just like, all right, guys, just the little debrief after. Firstly, Godes, thanks for that tip, mate. You just cost the change room $60,000.
Holy hell.
So the tip had gone all the way around the change room.
This is what I
an
don't understand
idiot.
about horse racing. Right? This is why I think there was this famous quote from Kerry Packer that said, like, I only bet on things with 4 legs.
Yeah.
He used to say that. I reckon I'm the opposite where I only bet on things with 2 legs because I understand it. Because this is what happens. Someone will just say, like, oh, yeah, I know. The amount of people that bet on horses that have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
They're just like, some bloke's just going, yeah, I got this tip. Probably from you.
But I got to, you have to back a tip. Like, you have to.
You have to.
Yeah. So that was that. And then we did like the team meeting, team song and stuff like that. And then Kathleen picked me up from the Maccas, or those who know the Gabba, like that one just slightly up the hill at about probably 11 p.m. And I was absolutely paralytic.
Holy hell.
It was so good.
What's the team song? What do you mean you knew the words? How would you know the
Course
words?
I stand. Yeah, a sprig of wattle in my hand, a native of our native land, Australia, you fucking beauty.
It's quite a short song.
It's but like this was quite somber. It was 2 tests after Phil Hughes passed away.
Yeah.
So we still had like the black armbands on and stuff like that. So it was pretty like emotional and stuff like that. But it was like the craziest 4 days ever, I reckon.
That is.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah, because there's like a video, and that your sister sent a video that was like you trying to give Steve Smith a bum slap, I think.
Yeah.
No,
And
but-
Warnie talking through.
Well, that was so cool because it was Warnie, obviously, like my idol. But I was actually going to always give him a bun slap because that's just the type of guy I am, you know what I mean? I love
You're a
look.
big slapper.
Massive slapper. But then Warnie's construed it as like Smith has like brushed me, which he sort of had, but I wasn't going for a high five. I was always going to go smack his bum.
Yeah.
I think that's more personal.
Yeah, I agree. And it's hard to brush your bum out of someone's way.
No, that is true.
I don't think he
He took a screamer just then too.
really.
Oh, hang out. I was thinking Rohit Sharma, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it looked like he was just too fast for you.
No, mate, he's agile guy. He got 100. He got 100 that test as well.
Sure.
First test is test captain. I remember more about that than I do my one day debut for Queensland.
That
Yeah,
makes
we-
sense. So you probably have been trying to forget your one day debut for Queensland.
Yeah, we were trying to look for footage of it the other day and we couldn't find it.
Genuinely, it's been deleted from the internet.
Is there
somehow.
videos that short? I'm not sure.
Before the days of TikTok?
It's like a Vine.
Need to be minimum 15 seconds. Remember, the other thing about Steve Smith is you were standing at point that day. I remember you told me that story of MS was batting, and then he like whacked one, and then you walked up to Steve Smith and said, "Geez, don't he hit him hard this back?"
Oh, look at it, fucking Perth time, remember? Fuck yeah. Nah, unbelievable week.
Were they
Holy
good
heck.
blokes? How did
Yeah.
Smithy reply to something that dumb?
That was a fake story.
See, I wasn't sure, but I knew that I just didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be that guy.
I mean,
I really got. Yeah,
I
okay.
think you should have said it to Steve Smith.
Now that I know I'll get that reaction, I will.
that is so believable, though. Having
that is true.
Having listened to you on the podcast for years, like obviously you would make that joke.
Yeah.
I did not realize how good I am at storytelling. I'm a freak.
Also, if you
That's
did
just
say
really
that,
sold me up
that
there.
would have come up so many years ago on the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, my other question still stands.
Nice.
Were they good blokes? Like, did you talk to
amazing.
people?
It
Were
was
they-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I can't stress how good a fun it was. Like Brad Haddon, legend. Nathan Lyon, I was fielding it mid on.
And you said you hadn't heard of him
hadn't
before
heard him
then,
before
either.
that, but
What,
yeah.
how do you reply when you said that?
Good skin. Now we're talking.
Nathan, I was fielding it mid on to Nathan Lyon, and he goes, "You nervous?" I was, "Oh yeah, a little bit." And he goes, I'll get you one." And then he bowled a ball deliberately, like in it. I think it was Murali VJ. He got 97 or 100 that test. He bowled one to so he hit it to me mid on. I picked it up and threw it back. He goes, "There you go, mate." I said,
That's fucked.
"Yeah, it's wild, eh?"
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
I got so
You
much
can't do
abuse.
that.
I got so much abuse from the crowd too. Because like a part of our job for not fielding was then we had to go run the drinks and fill up the drink bottles and all that type of stuff. You'd be like running around with like drink bottles and eskies full and stuff. This was fucking what Marnus was so shit at too, by the way. Oh, horrendous. Like I'd be doing all the hard work and he'd be there like with the fucking seam on the ball and all this. I'm just like, we got work to do, champion. Come on. And like the crowd would be abusing you and all that type of stuff. It was
Why was the crowd abusing you? What
no
are you doing
idea.
wrong?
Like redheaded, and then like I'd see mates in the crowd. They'd be like, throwing beer, and it was wild, mate.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a story.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, Genghis.
That's cool, Genghis. That's
Cool.
maybe the coolest thing you've done in your life. Oh, like wife and kids and
Yeah,
stuff.
all that type of stuff, I guess.
It could have happened again.
The wife and kids.
I mean, it could.
Actually, it's probably more likely.
Then some fielding again.
That is the story, and Gode maybe not the best tipster that week, as we found out, but certainly left with a hell of a memory, which we're very, very grateful for him telling us.
Yep. So if you'd like to see that photo, it is up on our Instagram. It will absolutely put lead in your pencil heading into the rest of the Ashes. If you enjoyed that bonus episode and you'd like to hear more extra little Ashes related content, then please do let us know. And if you're new here because of the Ashes and you'd like to check out some of our more normal, regular weekly episodes, then feel free to do that as well. They drop every Thursday morning.
Enjoy the cricket. Enjoy the week. Love you. Bye.